Good morning. My name's Mike Duffield. I live in rural Gardner. My address is on record. I just have a short one here for you today. It should be an easy one. I'm here today to express my concerns about how unsafe and torn up our southwest rural Johnson County roads are becoming. This is happening mostly because of the speeding semis and other heavy equipment truck traffic taking shortcuts to and from Edgerton's Logistic Park. On our mile stretch of 207th, we have at least 3 families with small children who ride school buses. One of our biggest fears is that one day, while they're getting on and off their buses, a cutting-through semi will top their hill, not realizing that they are there. You can only imagine the devastation those families will face. I believe that Johnson County would have some blame to share when this happens for knowing about a hazard like this and not taking action to rectify it. We have been told that Commissioner Allenbrand has been meeting with area cities and residents to try and solve these truck traffic issues. It just seems to be taking way too long. Today I'm offering a suggestion, at least for the interim, before the truck routes are established, that Johnson County does like Miami County did and place blue informational signs directing the semis to use the I-35 and Homestead interchange. Maybe some of the truck traffic would do this and make our rural roads a little bit safer. Thank you.
Next, please.
Now we have Frank Bannister. Frank Bannister.
Hello. My name, of course, is Frank Bannister. I live at 19815 South Gardner Road, and basically at the interchange of intersection of 199th Street and Gardner Road. I see all the semi-trucks that take the shortcut route down Gardner Road and come across 199th. And every time the trucks go by my house shakes and vibrates. I want to encourage Shirley Allenbrand and what's going on to hasten some stopgaps here. The solution in my mind, and I spent 37 years with Sprint Corporation as occupational traffic safety professional. It's a real simple solution in my mind. Trucks do not need to be crossing east-west on 199th, 207th, 223rd, 215th. Nor do they need to use Gardner Road or 199th. There is no reason, and I've thought about this for 2 years, there's absolutely no reason why any intermodal semi-truck needs to come down those roads. And there are no warehouses on the east side of Gardner Road. So there's no reason for them to come down those roads. If warehouses develop on the east side of Gardner Road, maybe. But right now, there's absolutely no reason. The solution is simple, in my mind. Put up signs starting at 223rd, go all the way up to 199th, saying, stay on I-35, use Homestead Lane, something to that effect. There are signs up there now on some of these roads, but it's too late once the trucks are already on 199th or Gardner Road. They can't turn around. Some of them tried to, and it's a mess. So signs on 169 and 169 telling trucks to stay on, use I-35 and Homestead Lane only. And then the violators should be ticketed. That's the solution. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we have Jenny Koch. Jenny Koch.
Hi, my name is Jenny Cook, 27449 West 215th Street, Spring Hill. Good morning. Thank you for your time today. I am here speaking on behalf of myself and hundreds of neighbors to ask for an investigation into the Edgerton City Council member, Josh Beam, who is currently serving on the Edgerton City Council and who is also renting a home owned by North Point Development, the developer of LPKC. And he is voting in favor of decisions that positively financially impact his landlord. Mr. Beam has served on the council since 2019 and moved into the North Point-owned home late last year, 2021. This home had previously sat vacant for several years and was run down. Prior to Mr. Beam moving in, neighbors witnessed HVAC work, roofing, and other repairs being done. This is clear bribery and the definition of conflict of interest. We have made countless reports to the Johnson County Sheriff, and there has been no action. We cannot understand why nothing is being done. How can a city council member be allowed to vote for decisions that positively financially impact his landlord? We are tired of hearing words of condolences from Shirley and other members of the staff. We also now have the transcript from the lawsuit in which the judge stated clearly that he can see the illegality of this narrow annexation done by North Point and Edgerton. Jennifer will present on that. But respectfully, I understand you voted to not send the recommendation to investigate to the Attorney General, but respectfully, in your own words, Mr. Eiler, you stated that at that meeting that you shouldn't go against the judge's ruling. However, as you can see from the transcript that she has here today, the judge is stating very clearly it should be investigated by the Attorney General, who is the only one who is standing in our case. And also, Josie, we stand with her. The Edgerton City Council, there is involvement in a page that she is being impersonated, and it's also being ignored. Just please don't turn your back on us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we have Joyce Garsarnia. I apologize if I mispronounced that.
My name is Joyce Garsarnia. I live at 21725 South Waverly Road, which is unfortunately in Miami County, but I'm a stone's throw away from Johnson County. And everything Edgerton, the city of Edgerton does impacts me. And if I were one of the council members here, I would be very embarrassed because Edgerton City has thumbed their nose at the Johnson County Council. They've thumbed their nose at the district attorney, the state statutes by doing the illegal annexation. I have tried to contact them many times, and I've got documentation here of my contact with the city regarding signage to get the trucks off Gardner Road. I unfortunately was a victim of one of the trucks that plowed through my yard because they could not make the 90-degree turn when the 207th Street construction was going on. There were no detour signs. I addressed that. They put no detour signs on, so of course the truckers are following this GPS, so they went down to 215th, over to Waverly Road, and tried to do the back roads to the warehouse. I just happened to catch it because I had a trail cam up trying to catch the wildlife at night, and I programmed it and got daytime traffic. And so then I got the semi-truck driving through my yard. But 2 or 3 days later, the same thing, the same intersection, semi-truck knocked out a utility pole. Those trucks should never, ever be on those roads. They shouldn't be on Gardner Road. And also, my farmer lives on 199th. What happens when he's using his tractor and he's got the wide balers, and here comes a semi? There's no shoulders on Gardner Road. I personally go into a driveway to let the farmer have the right-of-way.
Thank
Semis
you. Your
can't do
time's
that.
up. Thank
Okay.
you. Next speaker.
Now we have Jennifer Williams. Jennifer Williams.
My name is Jennifer Williams from 21993 South Moonlight Road. So the last time I was here, I did bring forth the information about the narrow corridor and the court case. We now have a transcript of that case. I didn't bring it because unfortunately I feel like I print reams of paper for you every time that go nowhere, and I'm just going to be environmental and save a tree. If you want to see it, go online where there's a link to the Sentinel post that has the full transcript. But today I printed off some key things that I mentioned last time, and I think Donald Roberts should be very embarrassed about the letter that he sent you after last time I was here. For him to have the nerve to say that I made false statements to accuse Charlotte of the same thing, and then to talk about us misrepresenting. Donald Roberts is gaslighting, he projects, and he misrepresents, and we deal with this behavior every day. They want to take one word and hang on it and then try to make that be what the truth is. When in actuality, the judge says, where I am really having a problem here is I can see the illegality. So Donald Roberts and Edgerton are putting a judge in a position where he has a problem. So he goes on to ask, and in your case, you're in agreement that it doesn't look like approved or authorized by the statute. So when I presented this information with the transcript to Edgerton City Council last week, their lawyer had the nerve to tell him that sentence that I just read to you about the having a problem, that the judge was not talking about our case. He didn't see a problem with our case. He didn't see an illegality. That was about the Neosho case, even though he said it sounds similar to the Neosho case. So you have an attorney out of Topeka misleading a city council so that they can break the law and use man-made law to steal our God-given rights. And that is inappropriate for you as a county to continue. And I don't know if it's your allegiance to MARC or if it's for campaign donors or to who or what, but it is completely unfair. You are pledged to that republic every week. That's not to the bureaucracy, not to Mark. You pledge to us as our elected representatives, and we need you to speak up for the people. Thank you.
Sorry, your time's up. Thank you.
Now we have Josie Stombaugh. Josie Stombaugh.
Order, please.
This is Josie Stombaugh.
Stambaugh. Josie Stambaugh, 804 West 3rd Street, Edgerton, Kansas. My name is Josie Stambaugh, and I am a resident of Edgerton, Kansas, but also a council member there. I am not here only for the support of the individuals that are speaking today, but also as another victim of the lack of accountability within the city of Edgerton. When anything is presented to me that is potentially worrisome, including the illegal annexation of land and the transcripts from a judge quoting illegality in reference, especially to this narrow corridor, I must remember my oath I took to uphold the law while also being mindful to the fact that I have been put in this role to protect the interest of the public as Edgerton residents and our neighbors alike. I have also just found out that 2 Edgerton City Council members have actively been engaging in an online profile created to impersonate me, to slander, defame, and insult me prior to even being elected, but also for a year in total. This, I will name the council members. It's Josh Beam and Deb LeBacken. The city has involvement. There is proof yet again. Even with being an elected official, the mayor agreed I'm fair game. Although there are statutes that protect us elected officials of such fraud, they're using my business name, the Gypsy Parlor, my personal profile, accusing me of criminal activity, bribery. They have not only repeatedly ran my name, my business, and life through the mud, but also mocked Golden and Protectoral JoCo. At what point do we overlook the law? At what point do we lose our human decency and turn a blind eye to such malice and, frankly, such childish behavior that represents Johnson County? This is not only an embarrassment to me, but this should be an embarrassment to the county. I ask that you listen to this group. I ask that you investigate, and I ask you to do what's right. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
Now we have Wayne Davis. Wayne Davis.
My name is Wayne Davis. I live at 29080 West 199th Street. And what I wanted to talk to you commissioners about today was some of the things that you've already heard. So I'm going to go into those. I do live on 199th Street. I already know about the truck problems that are not being addressed. I sat on my porch between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning in June and counted 21 trucks going down my road in 1 hour. You know, that's truck traffic. I've also been notified by annexation, and they tried to zone to put a 1 million square foot warehouse right across the street from me. This group of people is the only governance that I have. I am a rural resident. I don't live in a city. You are my representation. You need to protect me. And, you know, this feels a little bit like a child in a womb with only their mother to protect them. And they're crying out to their mother saying, "Save me from the abortionist." And instead, we're getting back. It's going to happen because it is for the betterment of some city or some company that is going to profit from my calamity and the other citizens' calamity. You know, you are our mother. You are our governance. We need you to help us in this regard. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next.
Vice Chair, that is the last of our public speakers. Thank you.